So far, we have looked at internal validity, which deals with a study in a population, and we have made a study here using this population data, and we have made some inferences about the slopes and intercept of our statistical model. So these statistical inferences, they are dealing with hypothesis testing, right? Testing. Okay, and now we look at external validity. So can we transform or can we use this the result from this study on a new population? Or setting. Okay, so this is what we are going to talk about in this video, and so external validity is just to transform or be able to use your model on a different setting or on a different population. So there are two factors that may undermine the study's external validity, and one is the differences in populations. And if the new population has a structurally different characteristic than the population of which you got data, or from which you got data, then the transfer of your model is not straightforward. For example, the Ministry of Health conducts a laboratory study on the effects of chemicals on health that is conducted using animals for the purpose of writing public health policies for humans. So the population studies is mice, and you can estimate different models on mice. For example, how they react to certain drugs, and then you would like to transfer that result onto the population of human beings, and this is not straightforward. And the results on the population of mice might differ from the results of the same drug in human beings. So, and the second threat to external validity is difference in settings. So, for example, if you try to use your model on the same population, maybe you try to estimate the growth of GDP in one country, and you estimate your model in certain economic conditions, maybe favorable economic conditions, but then there is a recession and you can't use your model anymore because the setting is different, but the population is the same because it's the same entity. So, or for example, studies on the effect of class size on test scores in California might not be extended to countries where the school system works differently, for example, in Europe. So, how can we assess the external validity of a study? Well, the best way to assess the external validity of a study is actually to compare several studies which which are conducted using data from several settings or several populations. So, for example, if the results of these studies are quite similar, even though the populations differ, then the external validity is quite strong. If these studies differ, or the results of these studies differ, the betas are vastly different, even for the same model specification, then the external validity is not very robust. So